Wow, I was just gonna I was getting concerned there, but it's like, man, that was a pretty good opening. It almost went the way it was supposed to. Holy cow!
Oh yeah,
Jar, how's it going, man?
it's going good. CCM, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Doing all right. Welcome everybody. Notifications are starting to go out as usual. We are literally everywhere today, so appreciate all of you for watching. And you know the drill, like it says right over there. Do the like thing, do the subscribe thing, do the share thing. We appreciate that.
All the things.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, Jar. I was trying to get me some vitamin D in the way of sun today. It was pretty nice out. What
it
about
was
you?
a nice, yeah. I'm getting some good weather over here, so I can't complain. Pretty happy about that.
Yeah. You need to be done with the snow, brother. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully by this point of the year, though. I know it's not officially summer yet, but you know,
we're still in spring. Anything can happen when you're still in spring.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes.
Oh man. I hope everybody out there is doing well. We'll give a shout out to the chat if you guys want to go ahead and start saying hey in the chat. We appreciate you very much. And yeah, or lurk. I mean, I guess, but you know, come on, get on here, interact with us. We got some good information for you tonight, and of course, plenty of opinions. I have no shortage of opinions.
You definitely don't.
Yeah, and don't hold that against Jar. I'm just saying. But I mean, we got a lot of things to talk about tonight. I mean, where the first article we're going to end up talking about is about you know, basically crypto adoption increasing. Their government agencies, I'm pretty sure it was the IRS, but you can correct me on that in a minute. Are basically tracking that, you know, we got a lot more U.S. citizens utilizing cryptocurrency. And I don't know about you, Jar, but that makes like complete sense to me, given that, like, you know, the global economic instability. I mean, in general, people are just looking for alternatives to like save themselves from drowning. I wasn't even trying to get into it. I was going to give them the whole rundown, but we're here. There we go.
Yeah, no. I figured I'd just pull it up so they can see what we're talking about here. And I totally agree with that. The numbers had peaked in 2021 and then it declined a little bit and it's been creeping up slowly. And if you compare that to our current economic situation, that probably overlaps really well. And I can see that a lot of people would slowly start looking for alternatives when you see inflation and when you see what's going on with policy and everything else that's happening in the space. Not just the crypto space, but in the financial markets just in general.
Well, sure. I mean, listen, one thing is for certain. The general economy across the globe is starting to break. And we're seeing that with inflation. We're seeing that with the way nobody wants U.S. debt right now. You know, there are limited options as this new Fed chair comes into play here in the U.S. and that kind of thing. He has like no good options whatsoever. And it's not just the U.S. It's literally everywhere. I mean, Europe, man, they got it hard. Japan, I mean, well, they've had it hard for decades, right? But it's just getting worse now, even. And China, even from what information you can kind of pull out of that, you know, or from them. You got the chart up here, Jar. Why don't you read that chart there?
Yeah, so these are just basically the reasons that people bought into cryptocurrencies and held it or invested in it. They broke it down into just three different categories. Bought cryptocurrency or held it as an investment was the first category. Used it to buy something or make a payment. Used it to send money and friends. So I think this is going to be a popular one over time, even though it's ranked the lowest. I think just sending currency, especially if you have family that's overseas and you want to start sending money to them as an alternative chain other than using something like Western Union, which has pretty incredible fees if you've ever used that before.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and you notice that it was very popular in 2021. 12% is actually significantly high. It's higher than I expected. I didn't realize the number was that high because it's such a small space. And I guess maybe a lot of the hype is what drove that. And then it slowly declined over the years. And then in last year, 2025, was when we saw this number start coming back up. And I think as more and more policies are introduced and created internationally, this is going to probably just continue to grow, especially when corporations are starting to use crypto rails more frequently.
Yep. No, agreed. And yeah, I think we're gonna. And you're right. Sending cross-border payments, there is no way better. No way better.
Yeah.
It's just it just isn't. And I don't care if you're crypto native or not. You don't want to use Bitcoin. Okay, fine. Use a stable coin. Whatever. The point is, it's still super easy, super fast, super cheap, especially in comparison to stuff like Western Union. I used to do that like almost monthly. Back,
Really?
yeah, like, well, it's probably been a few years now, probably been a good, I don't know, almost 10 years now that I think about it. But like, it was like, oh my God, just, it seemed like the fees were constantly going up with Western Union and the KYC AML cabal that's part of that was getting even worse. They're blocking sections of sending money here, sending money there. Man, it's just insanity.
Also, the verification process just to send money, you might as well draw blood when you're doing it too, right? Because they need to know absolutely everything, especially when you're sending it to different countries. Depending on
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, are you hearing about an increase? Like, okay, here it was an increase of 10% of American users in cryptocurrency. Are you seeing something or hearing about stuff like that in Canada?
So the statistics in Canada, we don't have clear statistics. At least I haven't seen those numbers. I would just assume they're going to be following somewhat the U.S. trend because we're so close in relationships, especially with products and services that we use. But overall, I haven't seen or heard dramatic growth. But with new framework for the stable coins that we're going to be releasing or already released, I can see that also trending up. So I can see that being a popular thing as time proceeds, especially now that we have Shopify and other large e-commerce sites that are planning on using these as a method of payment. I can see that totally creating more volume.
Gotcha. I understand. We should probably give a shout out to a few people who've kind of come into the chat. Appreciate everybody. We got a bunch of people lurking, and thank you for being here, everybody that's lurking. But say hey in the chat. We'll give you a quick shout out. But here we go. Crypto Bedell in the house. Bedell, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And Andy, of course, she is here. She's just waiting to be able to correct me. I love you. I love you, Andy. I love you.
Note and pad ready to.
Yeah, ready. What did he say? Oh man, what an idiot!
Nailed
there you go. And Austin Thier, welcome. Appreciate you being here.
Welcome.
And Andy saying I did a payment deep dive yesterday. Well, there you go. There you go.
Hey.
You want to come on and tell us all about it? Well, right, John. I know the answer, but it's okay. The invite is always there, Andy. We love talking to you. Love having you here. And welcome to everybody else, like I said, that's lurking in the background. PGH being here. We are here every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, despite what my last tweet said. It was funny. I put a tweet out saying, see you at 7, and Jar messaged me, and he's like,
wait,
what's going on?
Did we agree on a time change?
Well, I'm just like, oops. So much for that. Oh man. Hey, can't be perfect. Lord knows.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Oh man. But we're gonna keep moving on because we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. And we wanted to start out, like the title says, with the paradox that's kind of going on. We definitely got more users, right? But the one thing for sure is there is no shortage of hacks going on. And I just saw was that Linapunts? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. But there's no shortage of hacks, and we got some of them listed. We're gonna go through real quick, and there's been even more. I shared them on X, so if you're really looking for the latest, go see X. But it's like it's like they just don't
If
stop.
that's your thing, yeah.
They just don't stop.
They don't. They don't.
Oh my God. I mean, I get it. It's part of the growing pains, and we're going to see a lot of it now while we're sitting here in the middle of the bear market, that kind of thing. I get it. But I don't know. I think we're starting off with the good news first, though, right? Are we starting
starting
off?
off the good news?
I don't know. You tell me. You're driving. You tell me.
I got the bounty. Okay, this is sort of good
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
You-
Well,
you-
and that's why I'm
what do you
saying
think?
it's good news
Yeah.
ish. Good news ish.
So this is this is rare. I don't know if you've seen this or how many times you've seen this, but the exploiter returned $8.5 million after the bounty was being offered. So this is I personally haven't seen this before ever. So
Yeah.
they were exploited. I believe the total amount was close to 12 million. $11.5 million was compromised and exploited and taken. 75% of that was returned back to the owners. So yeah, I don't even know how to. The whole point of an exploit or a hack is to take money, not give it back. So this is some kind of Robin Hood stuff that's happening over here.
Well,
What do you think about this?
I mean, I've seen it a couple of times here in the space, but I usually it's more pressure than bounties. And listen, the bounty programs I think are a necessity in DeFi.
100%.
Hell, all of the crypto space, quite frankly, but especially in DeFi, where we've had these major attacks happen on these bridges and so on with these DeFi platforms. And Verus right here that Jars got up on the screen was one we talked to you about last week, which is why we wanted to make sure that we told you about this basically funds somewhat being returned here to kind of close the loop with regard to this. But I think that these kind of programs and so on, Jar, are very important here in the space, and especially for DeFi. And I'm hoping that, like we talked about with the whole Kelp DAO exploit after that huge hack, that they put together a DeFi alliance of sorts that was helping each other, which makes complete sense to kind of stem the tide and move things along. What about you? Do you think this is a plus for the space? I personally, my answer, if I got to check a box, I'm checking yes.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna say yes as well. If the community is working together, regardless of the platform, I think that's beneficial for everybody involved, including the platform itself. So it's definitely a positive. I'm a little bit suspicious about this. I can't let it go. Like 75% of it was returned. Is that because through the blockchain they were able to freeze assets somewhere and they weren't able to do anything with it after? Or what was I don't know enough about the situation, but I'm just still surprised that majority of it was returned.
yeah, I they don't give a lot of details in this,
No.
but it sounds to me very much that they're relating it to the bounty program. So, all right, bounty on my head, we're gonna, give most of it back, whatever.
Right. Yeah,
and whatever, that's fine. I mean, it means a lot to me for self-regulation, and this industry needs self-regulation. I don't know about you, but I don't want the US, Canada, pick a freaking country coming in here trying to regulate things. I mean, listen, are they gonna do it? Hell to the yeah. But like, the idea behind DeFi is you can be like, yeah, go ahead, try and regulate it. It's a sufficiently.
I don't know if self-regulation is actually going to work.
Really? Okay,
like
I'm interested. I think you could. I really do think it could.
You need a lot of good people on the same page for that to work. And I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but I've been around the block a few times to know that the nefarious characters usually rise to the top and manage to mess things up, even when you have a good thing going. And when it goes too good, someone's there to ruin the party. So I would like it to be that way. I just don't realistically seeing it happening that way.
Gotcha. And hey, you may be right. But basically what Jar is saying right there is I am too positive. Go figure. You think it'd be the other way around, right? But no,
Yeah.
I am the positive guy here.
You know, the longer I'm in crypto, the more pessimistic I'm getting, and I'm a very optimistic person. I don't want to say it's crushing my soul, but I feel like it's crushing my soul a bit.
Yeah, but
The
kind of
longer
so
I'm in the
much. Yeah.
space, yeah, yeah,
And it's tough with the, like, for example, with the next articles that we're going to be bringing up with some of these additional new hacks. And yeah, it's interesting. I know my mouse just died. Let me see if I can wake it back up. Here we go. Because I just want to, we had a couple people jump in, and Andy has a comment for us. And Lynn upon saying, I'm a YouTuber. Well, good. Are you a crypto YouTuber, man? And let's see, Daddy Friday 13. Nice. I like that
Daddy
name.
Friday, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Appreciate that. And let's see. And there you go. Andy agrees with your opinion on obviously Keith is
The
just too
pessimistic view.
yeah, Keith is just too damn positive. What the hell's Keith thinking? Because here you go. Americans are too greedy, unfortunately. And in fairness, it ain't just Americans, just saying. But yeah,
the free markets, right? That's
I
what you
don't
end up getting.
disagree that we definitely have a predominance of that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man. And if you're just coming in, we got some more people moving in and out of here. You know the drill. Don't forget to smash up that like button, share this thing out. Appreciate all you being here. Throw a comment in there. We'll shout you out. We love that. We love having you every Tuesday night. Absolutely. All right, Jar. What do you say? Bring up the first piece of bad information.
All right, here's the first one. So this is Echo Protocol suffers a $76 million exploit in eBTC. Now, with this exploit, like actually majority of the exploits, it has really nothing to do with the protocol or the smart contract itself. There's a lot of social engineering that's happening on the back end and manipulation, and I believe this one has to do with wallets and multi-sig. See if I'm able to verify that. Just a second.
Yeah, it's they're finding new attack. Well, they're not necessarily even new attack vectors. They're just, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't a smart contract bug rather than a classic admin key that was compromised. So we're seeing that again. We've seen that in the past. And that usually ends up being the key aspect where it's human failure versus a code failure, which is definitely not the case in this one.
Yep. Bottom line is, no matter what, I mean, okay, if it was the protocol, that would be worse, I suppose. But no matter what, it still isn't good for the space overall,
right?
Because it just comes when there is a barrage of more just like hacks and scams and everything else going on. And heck, we didn't even bring up a lot of them. I mean, did you see people passing around the ledger letters?
No,
Oh,
I saw some things on your feed, but I didn't see that.
That, you know, I mean, since the whole ledger info hack, it's been people getting ledger letters saying, you know, you gotta verify, blah blah blah, and they look legit on letterhead that says ledger.
Yes. Sorry, mailed to the person's house.
Yes, mailed. Yes.
Sorry, I'm thinking like a digital letter, but this is a physical letter that's sent in the mail that looks official with all the official documentation and everything else that you need in there. Very convincing.
That's what I'm saying. Very realistic, super. That goes to show you how much information they obviously stole from Ledger. Just saying.
I don't use any Ledger hardware.
yeah. Ledger. Yeah. I mean, it's an OG in the space. And
yes,
again, in fairness, it isn't their device. Right?
Yep. No. Just their name. Their name's being used, right?
So, yeah, and you know, the exploits and things that are happening. Hell, they give themselves a black eye half the time, and then the rest of the time is crap like that because they get hacked. But anyway, Ledger wasn't even supposed to be on the docket here for today.
Yeah.
Because we got plenty of others to talk about, and I just want to bring up Andy's comment here. I love it. I used to trust and then verify when I got into crypto. Now I verify again, and then possibly think about trusting them.
Yeah, maybe add
Facts.
one more two verifications in there.
Yep. Yeah, right. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh,
Yeah.
man. All right, what do we got next? Because the fun continues.
The fun continues. This one is stable IR exploit, draining $10.4 million in an unbacked stable coin. This one was pretty interesting. Again, this is more about social engineering and compromising the people versus the network itself. I believe it was a multi-sig wallet that was
Yes.
compromised. It needs at least 3, but a lot of actions can be done with 1. They got a min access, and they were able to basically print money because there was no collateral involved with this. And it was USDR, I think was the token. It was a stable coin. And they went ahead and printed as much as possible. I'll just verify that in just a second. But this is an interesting hack, though. Have you seen anything like this one before?
Well, it's funny. When I was reading through this, I know it's not identical, but it reminded me very much of KelpDAO with regard to the how of things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I know they're not identical. I know they're different protocols, et cetera, et cetera. I understand all that, so don't lambaste me. But I don't know. The bottom line is, as I was reading it, it was like visions of sugar plums of KelpDAO dancing in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you? Did you like flash back to that, or
there's so many that's happening that they're all sounding very similar.
That's true.
Like
too.
the compromising part seems to be the most common thing that's happening there. The one attribute, the tokens that they were running with was USDR and EURR. So these are stable coins.
Yes.
As they were funneling it through, it depegged. It dropped below 20% as they were filtering out their money. So these are European stable coins. I don't use either. I didn't notice any of this happen. So maybe some of our viewers
if you were aware of this, or hopefully you didn't get caught up in this, let us know in the chat. Be interested to see. And don't worry, all those fat F and other European crackdowns on crypto, they're gonna stop all this from happening. Don't you worry. Come and get me. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
It's
we're in a direction.
I say I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Yeah. It's
that's
like,
the CCM I know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, please, all the crap going on over there in the EU, and then anyway. Again, I get it. It doesn't directly have to do with any of that, all that kind of good stuff. Understood. But it continues. And I think we got at least one more to go through, right?
Yeah, this is from, let's see if I can pull it up here. Zach XBT. He flags about $500,000 in a polymarket exploit. The team says the funds are safe.
Yep. Now, have you seen, I know I'm going off topic here a little bit. Well, not really, but all of the just FUD coming out all over the place with these prediction markets. I forgot what country I just saw on X has banned them till they're due a hearing or something like that. I mean, it just seems like Europe is doing it again, and screw Europe. But it's like it's going everywhere. Matter of fact, Canada's doing something with prediction markets, aren't they? Did I see something?
Yeah, we have a few things going on. I don't know if anything's finalized, but the trend with prediction markets is just skyrocketing right now. It's a little bit scary because when I think we talked about this last week, when we were talking about the unemployment rate rising, the amount of FUD that's happening in the market, the younger generation that just doesn't seem to find a possibility of earning a good income. Yes. You have all these things mixing together. And then you slap prediction markets in their face, and seems to be like easy money. It's just dangling fruit in their face, and they're just trying to jump on it. And
yeah,
you have all these influencers that are pumping it. And it just, I don't like the path that this is going down.
but much like the whole, and again, I know one has nothing to do with the other. So before everybody's going and lambasting me here, but much like we talked about with the whole ATM thing, you know, they're banning ATMs everywhere, right? Because why? Oh, they're scamming seniors. Okay, take care of the problem. You're treating the symptom by treating the ATM as the problem.
Right.
The problem is the scammer. That's the problem. And I see the same thing here with this whole poly market thing. And again, I know we kind of got off the topic of that article a little bit, but like it's like you're attacking something that, why shouldn't it exist? People want to take advantage of it, fine. If they don't, fine. You know, and I get what you're saying, Jar. You're right. You know, the people who could be hurt by it the most are trying to make a quick buck just to survive. I get it, and it's a sad truth.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, well, like the availability of it. So on the back end, it seems like it's Polymarket and Kalshi that runs things, and everybody else creates their own layer on top of it. So if you use something like Solflare, which is a crypto wallet that you use in your browser, you have prediction market access right inside your wallet. There's actually quite a few wallets that do that. They interface on top of this. And this is what I'm talking about. The access is just a little bit too easy. Now, we're all grown. Well, most of us are grown people.
Yeah. Pick up your pants, people.
Yeah, anyway, I mean, like, we should be able to make better decisions, but unfortunately,
I'm gonna just bring that up there because it just falls into my. Yes, I am, Andy. I certainly am. Well, seeing all this shit's just pissing me off. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. I'm just not. And what's this? Dawei, welcome. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, man, Jar's right. You're supposed to be a big boy, a big girl. Pick up your pants and go and play safely. You know,
I feel like it's an education thing, and the message just. I mean, these tools and products are going to exist regardless, whether it's going to be on the surface or it's going to be a black market style. But I don't think education is there to make good choices. This is like the parent talking over here, and we need to start at the grassroots. I mean, you have to. A lot of the stuff starts at home. Wow, I'm really sounding like an idiot out here talking about this. I feel like I've had these lectures before where it really comes down to principles, and you grow off of these principles. And somewhere along the lines, these principles were handed off to, I don't want to say this, but the education system, and the fundamentals are not being taught anymore. And now we're going down this funnel and black hole where things are just going to end up on the wrong side of the tracks.
Jar.
Sorry, I'm going off topic. It's just
Jar. Watching it. Oh my God, man, you got to come to Crypto on the Rocks. What a conversation that would be. Listen, dude, everything you just said is 1,000% correct. 1,000%. So plus 1,000s in the chat for CryptoJar there. It's like everything you said, brother. And parents have relegated, and sometimes out of necessity, because you need two incomes to survive, because fiat has destroyed everything. I'm sorry, not sorry, it's a fact. Fiat has destroyed everything. And there we go. I see some thousands in the chat. Nice, thank you. It's just, man, listen. And here's the thing. It's not just like Polymarket and Kalshi. These kind of prediction type markets or betting type markets have existed and continue to exist to this day. But I think that they're attacking this because of the prevalence and the easeability of being able to utilize cryptocurrency and various platforms to access it. Because you could go to, what's that big betting site? I'm having a brain cramp right now. But you can bet on all the sport games and DraftKings.
Yeah, that one's
and
everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's not exactly the same. It's more sports based, but they're humongous. And what's to stop people from doing that kind of thing? Because you could do that same kind of thing on Polymarket, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is coming from a gambler. I'm a degen to the soul, and I'm worried about what's happening with the market. And I just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm becoming a
I
boomer.
love you,
That's what's
Andy.
happening here.
You're awesome. But yeah, listen, it's not about boomer even. It's about personal responsibility. Heaven freaking forbid, right?
Fundamentals. It's about
Yep,
fundamentals. You can't build anything off of nothing.
yep,
Appreciate
yep.
that. Thank you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Guitar Steve Jobs. I love that name. Steve Hobbs, rather. Sorry. That's awesome. Anyway, yeah, Jar, you're 1,000% right. And it literally plays back to our first article that we started going over. Why are we seeing an increase with people delving into things like cryptocurrency and hell, the stock market for that matter? The stock market's been on fire, even though the bond market is screaming like everything's about to collapse. But yet, the people on Wall Street, man, this party, we're gonna keep it going. And it's like they feed the problem. But why are people doing all of this in the first place? Because guess what? Yeah, you need two people working just to survive. You're watching inflation run rampant while you're printing money to deflate the currency. I don't care what country.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a breath for a second there. There we go.
Yeah,
Like I said, plenty of opinions.
Plenty of opinions. But we can continue the trend and talk about hacks if you want.
Oh, yes, please.
Absolutely.
Don't let me get off track.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop this one up here now. Banker. I don't use Banker. Do you use Banker?
No.
It's a platform over here. This one's a little bit interesting because it's Banker's AI trading assistant was hacked via social engineering. So this is more of an automated attack vector that was implemented. It was a collaboration effect with Banker, the Banker bot, and Grok. So we have two AI tools being used together in order for this to work. And the exploit, I don't know if I have a dollar amount. Do you know if there was a dollar amount associated with this?
I thought there was, but I'm not
Don't
gonna
see
lie, I
it.
don't remember it off the top of
Yeah.
my head. To be completely honest, I'm scanning my notes to see if I got it here somewhere, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think they actually said how much it was. But this, profits exceeding 440K. Okay, so maybe that's the approximate amount. But this is basically what we've been talking about over and over again, is just more tools being implemented, and the direction that they're being pointed in with AI, in this case Grok, using bots to exploit, only is it accelerating, literally
Well,
day by
yeah,
day. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and that's plays to the common denominator. I was thinking later I should have put the common AI denominator, but because AI is being used on all ends, right? We're seeing it more in all the hacks we've been talking about. Matter of fact, we've been mentioning it all the way back to when we talked about Kelp DAO. What is that? Almost a month ago now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and AI is being utilized to help implement these hacks, and at the same time, it's being utilized to help exchanges and these platforms and so on to create what people are able to use. So that's the double-edged sword of AI at this point. And we're going to even look at one more aspect of that, because Jar's found this article, and I've started to see it today, ironically, on X, kind of being passed around. But when I first saw it from Jar, that was the first I heard of it about AI. But you're talking to a guy. Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
You're talking to a guy who literally uses AI every day, every single day.
Yeah.
And now here you go. Look at this. Wait, this side.
This is
Microsoft.
crazy.
Yeah.
So it's Microsoft saying that the real cost of AI is going to be too expensive. At least right now, it's too expensive right now, and they're going to roll back their usage and just lean on their engineers. So it's the opposite of what we've been seeing week after week after week. We've been seeing layoffs after layoffs, including Microsoft, with staff in the thousands. in favor of using automated processes and bots and agents internally to run the company more efficiently. Um, I don't know what to think of this. This could just be a blip on the radar. This could be a temporary thing. Microsoft going and reverting back. However, you also have to think about Microsoft's position, which is a little bit unusual because they're one of the major investors in OpenAI and other
Yes.
platforms.
Yes.
So for them to even publicly state this is kind of a contradiction.
So do you think this is legit, or is this just kind of like they're tossing it out there to pull people off track? That's that. When after you showed this to me and I kind of read through it, I'm like, this sounds very here, let me lead you down this road.
Yeah, a little bit
you
of
know what I mean?
right?
Kind of esque. What do you think?
I agree. It seems a little bit of misdirection. I think there's a bit of a panic that's happening right now, not just in the AI space, but I think like globally when we're talking about I don't know if you've watched those robot videos of them working in a sorting factory nonstop for
Yes.
like 200 hours plus. The reality of what these tools and robots are able to do is, I think, really starting to set in, and the panic is really starting to set in as well. If I see more and more articles like this pop up, I think it's going to be more of a PR move to calm the masses down a bit, even though on the back end, I don't see this slowing down. If anything, it's a race against China to see who gets there first. Like that seems to be the real story. And also, I don't know if you've been following up on the headlines of what's happening on the manufacturing side of processors and GPUs over there, but they've dumped a lot of money into building more RAM, more GPUs that's comparable to NVIDIA and other manufacturers that are over here. And I don't see that slowing down. If anything, it should be getting cheaper based on that. So again, I think, in my perspective, this is more of a let's calm everyone down. They might be freaking out.
Yeah.
Let's dial it back and regroup and package this in a prettier way for people to digest.
There you go. That's well put, Jar. I don't disagree. I really do think this is a bunch of smoke and mirrors shit that they're putting out here. I just do. And I don't know. It's duplicitous at best, where, like you said, OpenAI, hello, it's like, I don't know. You're not going to tell me they're going to completely write off AI. You're not going to tell me that they're going to completely pull AI out of their workflows. It can, done well, manage things efficiently, even at this current stage of development. And that they're using better AI than we're allowed to use.
Just saying. Yeah, like a lot of this happened around the timing of the release or the supposed release of Mythos with Anthropic. And I believe the US government went in ahead and froze that from being released. I don't know what the capabilities were and what was supposed to be launched around that time, but everything started to get a little bit disruptive at that time. Also, the cost of using these tools skyrocketed around that time as well. Sure. I might be tying a few things in together, but it just seems like it's all related to slow the user's use down, even though the development on the back end seems to, if anything, accelerate.
I'm very proud of you, Jar. You're breaking out that tinfoil hat. The more you it's definitely coming out.
I'm making one just for the podcast. Because I need to put that thing on my head all the time.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Andy dropped a couple of comments. Let's just kind of read through them real quick. That's exactly why I think she meant TradFi has all these rules and regulations that we're trying to basically opt out of. We're seeing now that it's just a wheel that turns round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Despite the bumps and more disclaimers. Yes, Andy.
Very, very.
Plus 100 for Andy there. And then she got one other comment right here. Sharding protocols will greatly reduce the amount of GPU storage we need. I agree with you, but I don't think it's ready to be there yet, in my opinion. What do you think about that, Jar?
Shard protocols will greatly reduce the amount of GPUs needed to storage. Yeah, I think there's still going to be some time till we get to that point.
Yeah.
Um, Again, okay, and also when everything goes mainstream. So I think there's a few factors in there that's going to affect this.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah,
and
what
what
happens
the
with
government
exposure?
allows, let's be clear,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. What happens with exposure and what we're allowed to use? Exactly my point. Like I don't know. Uh, it seems like this wall is being built up right now. There's no dialing it back though. Like we're already here.
Yeah.
Even if we stop here, it's pretty incredible where we are right now. But there's no dialing it back.
No.
And if we're not doing it, we're going to start seeing it happen in other areas,
Oh
regardless of
God,
what
yeah.
happens. Yeah,
Oh God, yeah, yeah. The truth is that these companies, as much as I hate to say it, I mean, I was lamenting about it on a hot of the line stream. I would love to see them take their foot off the accelerator with regard to this stuff. But if they do, it's done.
yeah,
It's just done. It's not going to happen. Exactly. Wait, I'm going to bring up Andy's comment right here to try and salvage my monetization. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
boom.
Exactly. And JR is in the house. JR, welcome, man. Appreciate you being here, guys. Piper Academy, JR in the Discord, showing
Welcome,
you some
JR.
trading stuff, not to mention his own channel. Link is in the description. Go follow that guy. You want to learn how to trade, that's your man. Yeah. Anyway, Jar and I were talking about it before we even came out. We were talking about it related to quantum computing, but
Mm.
I see AI as being the same with regard to this. It's going to be stuff that the government is going to say national security, and they're going to just clamp down on it. Yeah, until the revolts happen.
Yeah.
My opinion.
By the
My
way,
opinion.
Dynex, we have our friend that Yeti come on a few times. He's been
Yes.
quiet for a while. I actually was looking for him for the last bit. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Have you been
Yep.
able to get a hold of him? What happened to Yeti? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, if anybody knows, tell us, because honestly, it's like he's gone completely off grid. I gave Jar my conspiratorial theories as to what happened, but I would like the truth, honestly. But anyway, if you've looked, and Dynex, a project that grew up here in the
Yeah,
cryptocurrency space, right?
yep, yep.
And talk through stuff like quantum as a service and so on and so forth. Just created their Apollo chip, which was the last thing we heard. He was testing that, and
Yeah,
so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, radio silence. And now, if you look at Dynex, they have absolutely zero to do with the cryptocurrency space. They're trying to distance themselves from crypto hard and fast. And now it's all about, trying to go and have preferred stock, this, that, and the other thing. And I've been sharing a lot of it on my X. So by all means, go ahead. All the posts that they've done is there. And yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like here's my again tinfoil hat
hey, you're not
conspiracy.
wrong thinking that way. Science and technology right now is a very dangerous space to be in.
Yeah,
Uh, and,
yeah. How many
and not,
scientists disappeared? What
like,
was
what
it?
the
Right?
hell's going on? Literally just disappearing.
Yeah,
So yeah, it
and
is a dangerous space.
yeah, and guess why that happened? Come on, people, figure it out. Anyway,
I'm not answering that.
yeah, no, because then I won't be able to get in touch with Jar either. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, but listen, guys, I don't know if anybody does know, though. Seriously,
Yeah, what
if
happened to Yeti?
anybody does know, yeah, please either reach out to him or give us some information, or reach out to him a different way, because every piece of contact means we've had has gone radio silent.
Yeah, yeah, that's very interesting. But
Yes,
we'll keep you guys up to date if we hear more.
but in the meantime, we got
Yeah,
more for you.
yeah. So I'm going to switch gears a bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about a deep in project I've been following for a while. It is
Yes.
called Star Power. They finally had their token launched, their token generation event. Now, this project was using plugs, I believe, as a proof of concept of capturing data, selling that data based on energy consumption of the users. So I have a few of those. I did some videos on it. I think the real money and the real concept that they're trying to push is going to be virtual power plants. They did do their token launch, and let's just see over here. It happened just a few days ago. I believe it's getting crushed right now, like pretty much anything else that gets released. It did pump 250%, but I don't think that's the case right now. If anything, it continuously declined. Just pull up the chart here so you guys can see it. So the ticker is called STAR, the project called Star Power. Market cap is over 25 million. I believe it was closer to 50 million when it first launched. The token price, I believe, was at 25 cents. It's come all the way down to 14. Like pretty much everything else, I think this is going to continue to trend downwards until things settle. I'm guessing wildly that it's going to go down to possibly 5 cents. I don't know. We'll see what happens here, because everyone that was mining with their devices is just going to be cashing out over time as they're aware of it. Now, this launch, I think, happened fairly quietly. I didn't know about it till a few days ago. So usually things like this hit my radar pretty quickly. We'll see what happens. The concept of virtual power plants is interesting, because what they want to do is they want to sell these battery packs similar to the ones that Tesla has, install them in various locations, and connect them to a grid that could feed power into a network to users. So if you're contributing power to the network, you would get paid in the STAR token, and that would be a passive generation way to earn. Yeah, and this is people that would install solar and everything else that would be generating power in the most efficient way and then feeding it in. I think that's what they were trying to encourage. But there's obviously other ways to generate power. But I've been following this project, and I want to see it grow up and see it become a true contender. But I just wanted to put it on people's radar. And
I mean, I trust you, Jar. I know if Andy's listening still, she'll be like, "Don't trust them, verify." No, but I trust you. So, what do you think? Is this going to be a future contender in the deep in space, or what?
It's way too soon to tell. Way too soon to tell. And this is not the only project trying to create a virtual power plant. There is a few others that are in the space doing very similar things. I think that Star Power actually has more funding. I think they raised close to $10 million to get themselves off the ground. So they do have a few virtual capital investment angel investors that are there to help fund the project. But we've seen a lot of projects fail. They start off great, and over time, if the money and the attraction isn't there, it just doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't matter how good the project is.
You're right, and hell, we've talked about it here, Jar. Right? I mean, deep in as a space is decimated, has been like completely just crushed.
Yes, and actually, while we're talking about that, I should probably just put up a tweet that I just found out earlier, just a few hours ago. I'm just going to jump on my X account here. And it's about NatX. So NatX, can I share this? NatX is a project that a lot of people are in, because it's a free app that you can install on your phone, and you capture data using the camera. You set it on your dashboard, you earn points. Presumably, you'd eventually be able to convert that into some kind of passive income. They're shutting down services as of July 1st. I just found out about this right now. Now, when I'm saying shut down service, I'm talking about the app specifically. The project isn't done. They do have something else that is like a physical device that you can install inside a Tesla. I think it's retailing for about $350. And it's using the cameras that are built into the Tesla vehicle to capture data that way. So I think they're leaning in that direction, because I think that's more realistic and more useful data that's being captured. So it's not done, just the app is being shut down. So if you are concerned about anything related to your account, you have until July 1st to delete everything related to your own personal information and profile. So I think it's probably useful to have that out there.
That's good information. That was not something we even had on the agenda, but Jar and I were talking about this too before we got live. So like I said, deep in, I don't know. I guess it's good it's not like completely gone. But now, Jar, you would know better than I. I mean, there were a crap ton of these like mapper type projects like this, right?
There were so many.
How are they faring? Do they even exist anymore? I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, they're getting crushed, and it just comes down to fundamentals. If the project isn't capturing something that people actually want and pay for, and you don't have a revenue stream, there's only so much that you can do. Sadly, a lot of the projects were using hardware sales as a way of generating revenue, so it was an endless cycle. I actually did a recording with the hobbyist miner last week, and we
Oh
were
yeah.
talking specifically about this. The video will probably be out later this week, but what we're talking about is uh, hardware sales and how it is used on the back end to show, at least pump up the project and show that there's some revenue coming in, because the metrics weren't very clear at the time. Data points in general that were being captured always seemed very useful for AI training. So it was really attractive uh, as as a newbie that's coming into the space. When you just hear all these buzzwords being thrown around, you might want to go ahead and buy the hardware. Um, I was guilty of it. I picked up so many different miners. I was given different miners as well. And one of those projects that I had talked about a lot was Fry Networks. And
Yes.
Fry Networks is one of those ones that they were collecting all sorts of data. And I was convinced that if data is going to be the new oil, you want as much of that as possible. But there's a lot of nefarious things that are happening on the back end, and the way people are capturing data and using it may not be really what's happening. There's a lot of ways of spoofing the data as well, and I think that was a problem. And they were just, when it comes down to it, it just seems like they were just selling hardware for the fact of selling hardware, because they were generating money that way and selling on the hype. And that all came down. If you take a look at the token, it didn't go anywhere but down. I
Right.
think the nail in the coffin is when they unveiled their V2 version of the token, and they added so much complexity to it that it wasn't really needed. And I backed away from it, and I haven't really been talking about the project itself, because I don't see it actually having an end goal right now, at least an end goal to a path of revenue.
Oh man. Well, we'll keep you up to date because Jar's deep in this, and to that end, I know he just mentioned his hobbyist miner video that should be coming out. You said this week, maybe.
Yeah, I think he said that he's going to release it on Friday, but I'll be reposting it on my channel as well.
Nice. But this coming Monday, Jar's joining myself, BC, and Crypto Bedell on the Huddle the Line podcast.
Yeah.
And I think that Jar's going to have a take with regard. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. I'm just, what he says, man. But like where he's so deep in, I think that's going to be part of what we're going to end up discussing on Monday as we try to figure out what we need to see to get more people on board in crypto.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Deepin is going to be my angle, Deepin and nodes, because that's just where I'm comfortable with, and I have at least a bit of knowledge that I can talk about. Yeah.
Jar, like you just mentioned, think about that. Data, oil, data is the new oil. Data has been and will continue to be, obviously, quite important. So, once they figure out the best way to mine, for lack of a better word, that data, I mean, come on now. I see Deepin as being one of the ways. I do.
And it's going to come down to quality of data. And like we were just talking about NADEX shutting down their app, and they're leaning into the Tesla module that's going to be installed over there. That might just be a pivot into better quality data, immutable data, something that can actually be used, and it's something that's wanted by a valid source, and you would qualify Tesla as being that valid source, right? So I think this is just all part of the space maturing over time, because I think that's what's needed.
Oh yeah,
right. Like we definitely need to grow up. Not everything is like you saw the narratives come and go, right? So I'm going to leave it at that. We'll talk more about it on Monday. How about
on
that?
Monday? Yeah, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And damn it, Dave is in the house, and he gave us a bead on Yeti. Here we go. He was doing the testing. Yes, we were talking about that. And an open portal, and now he's living in the future, and he is fine. All right,
that's where he went. Okay. He's just in another dimension. No big deal.
That's right. I love it. Damn it, Dave. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Oh man. Was that our last one there, Jar? Do we have something else?
We do have something else. Just give me a second. It's actually about Caspa, because I think I should.
Right. See, forgot all about it, guys.
Yeah, give me a minute here to pull that up because I didn't have the article.
Appreciate everybody being in here. Like I said, don't forget, smack up that like button, share this thing out. Appreciate all of you for being here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time, despite my tweets sometimes.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hard fork on. They have a countdown over here, but I can just briefly explain what's happening over here. There's been some changes that's happened with Caspa and the network. And this is supposed to make it more enticing for developers. Give me 1 second. I wrote a couple notes over here. So it's called, I don't want to butcher the name, but Takata, I think is the name way you
Takata. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's, yep.
So when we look at this broad upgrade, this hard fork that's going to be happening right now, this isn't to incentivize miners. This is more about development on the chain itself. The biggest change is going to be programmability on it. It's to entice developers to build more apps, wallets, native assets, bridges, ZK-based systems. It's not going to turn Caspa into what Ethereum is overnight, but what they want to do is have a base over here so they can build on top of it. It's one of the things I actually complained about is Caspa itself is pretty remarkable when it comes down to blocks, the block speeds and everything else that goes along with the project, the very, very low cost. The main problem was no one was developing on it and using it what it was meant for. I didn't see any stable coins that were being added to it. There's just a lot of things that I saw. No apps. We saw a lot of meme coins that were built, which is great to show that proof of concept is there, that you can actually use it. You can trade on it. You can do different things rather than just using the underlying asset. But this is supposed to help boost development over, and that's pretty much the weakest spot for it. When it comes to miners, there's going to be no instant boost to earnings. You're not going to see very much change at all. The emissions is going to pretty much stay the way it always was, and it's going to be decreasing over time. But what you're going to be hoping for with this change is that the development is going to bring more applications on it. That means more transactions, and people will start using it. And the fees are what the miners will now be earning as the amounts start to decrease over time. So I think it's positive and negative, mostly positive. I'm really hoping that development actually grows on this network because I am a big fan of Caspa and I do want to see big things happen with it. It was a great grassroots community project that really took off from nothing into a multi-billion-dollar market cap project, which is really nice to see.
Yep. And damn it, Dave's asking you a question here.
Am I still mining Caspa? None of my miners are profitable. So no, I'm not mining it. Even if I tried solo mining it, I gave it a shot for a week or two. I don't even think I hit a block in that time. So no, I'm not mining it. If you guys want more information about this project, or sorry, the hard fork, and in detail, Greater Good Mining does an excellent job breaking it down. What I'll do is I'll actually look for that link and I'll add it later as well. He really breaks it down and he goes into depth of what type of tools are going to be developed on top of it and the possibilities of the possible profitability that miners can have down the road. Again, this transition will take some time. This clock is saying that the hard fork is going to be completed around June 23rd. I don't know if that date is set in stone. That's just going to adjust with the block itself.
I was going to say, yeah, with the blocks,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we have coming up with Caspa.
Excellent. Excellent. So there you go, Caspa fans, hard fork coming. And Sin is in the house. Appreciate you being here. I love it. I smacked that like button like it owed me some sats. Nice. Nice. Appreciate that. Beautiful. And Andy saying, I like DAGs. Yeah, you know,
DAG's great.
Something to be said for the DAG. I'll just say, you know, Jar, let me ask you this one other thing where they're changing this around, like to have the miners earning the help me, the fees. Mm-hmm. Do you see them trying to move this to a proof of stake? Excuse me, sorry, proof of stake.
No,
kind of like following the Ethereum path, if you know what I'm saying.
Short term, I don't see that possible. I think they want to keep it proof of work for as long as possible. At some point, if it's not earning anything to keep it alive, they might have to do that path or a similar path. Doesn't have to be proof of stake, but that could be a possibility. Yeah, I wouldn't write that off. That seems to be the most sustainable version that's out there for most chains that have had some success.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they could combine it, that would be even better. But
Fair enough. So you got any Solana updates you want to throw out there? I saw you've been sharing some stuff on Solana with new apps and stuff like that.
yeah, well, okay, so
You don't
I
have to if you're going to do
no
that
no no
tomorrow or
no
something.
no. I like the questions. What I did is I was using an app called Tramplin, and it was weird because I staked one soul using this app, and my return is greater than all of my other staking projects put together. Uh, it's a significant amount in 30 days, and I think it's more based on luck. I wrote a thread on X, and I just posted talking about my experience with it. It's only been 30 days, but I've earned more on one soul than I have on 20 in a shorter period of time. So it's kind of crazy. I'm not
That is
expecting this to
crazy.
happen as more and more people start using the app. It's a lottery system, so I'm only expecting it to decline. But short term, I'm really interested to see how this works out because that one soul has earned more than everything else. I also have 10 on another wallet. I'm just leaving it in there because
Sure.
even on the off chance, in 1 year, it's already made that I more than I would any other method. So I'm just going to roll the dice and see what happens with that.
Nice.
In terms of other things, I was going to do a mainnet stream tomorrow, but I'm going to be pushing it off till next week because I have some construction going on in the house. It's just going to be loud, so I'm going to be
Yeah,
passing it on.
won't be good. And I don't know. What do you think about this jar? It's an
Wonderful.
interesting statement from Andy. I don't know. I'm a fan of POS. So I don't know. What do you think?
Like community wise, I just think that proof of work is the original method, and it's the one that the community is most excited about. But for stability and speed, proof of stake seems to be better. And I think that, and when it comes to liquidity, that's also another plus. So that's one of the major benefits. But it, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of evil mixed in there. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
How
right.
do you feel about it?
Like I said, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna lie. I like proof of stake. Always have. Not that I got anything against mining. It's just
No.
like I think my thought process with mining is how does it remain sustainable?
Yeah, that's the problem. It doesn't remain sustainable.
You
Well, there are
know,
methods to do it, but
yeah, and I guess new tech, etc. I get that part, and I'm not saying you can't keep it sustainable, but you got to. I don't know. I like proof of stake, and
it's yeah, no, it has to be attractive, right? So the whole point of buying into an ecosystem is to earn something over time. For a while, mining was the best way to do it. It was also very unpredictable. With proof of stake, it's very predictable. It's usually a set path that it's going to be following over time, and
yep,
that's what's going to be keeping people on board. Is they're going to be making something from it. So, like Andy had pointed out, greed is usually at the top of the list, and that's what corrupts
yeah,
things, right? But
facts.
that's why it's been so successful. So yeah.
Well, I mean, and if you're really greedy, just stake VVV. Jar knows all about
Oh God, jeez, you want to bring that up? Let me just bring up the chart again because that one hurts.
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry, I just had to. It was
Oh, you
there.
have to drop that one in there. All right, let's just
Yeah.
take a look at. Why don't we take a look at Venice? Let's see how that's doing. It's down today 2%,
Oh no.
which is I don't know, nothing crazy. Look at this chart. This is a 3-month chart, and we were talking about it all the way down here.
Yep.
And it had spiked. I remember you're telling me to pick some up and start using Venice, and it spiked up to almost $8. I'm like, oh, it's going to come back down, and then it just kept going up. We're at $17, and it's trending upwards. Are they doing burns? Is that what's happening over here?
I'm not sure if they're still doing the burns. They were. I don't know if that's still going on, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it has, in my opinion, if you believe in the AI narrative, this and the Diem token. Those are the two tokens that are used with the Verus AI platform. They have good utility.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
have good utility. I
this
mean,
is it,
you
man.
can,
Fundamentals, right? Like if
yeah,
you have good
well,
utility, then
beyond the fun,
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, listen, people are going to want to use AI when they
yeah,
wake up and they want to use privacy AI. This is the best one, in my opinion. And you know what? Why would you go ahead and pay fiat when you could utilize the system by simply staking a token?
yeah. Good point. Up over 300% in 3 months. We're in a bear market, and
Yeah,
it's doing. It's getting close to $1 billion market cap. It's just under 800 million right now. And I didn't know about it until you talked about it on one of the podcasts, and it's pretty
well, there we
significant growth.
go. Andy said they're still burning. There you go.
They're
I
still
wasn't
burning
sure if they were still
42% of stock.
burning. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Okay, well that's only helping. So
Yes. Oh, of course, of course. And thank you, Andy, for being our third wheel, because we need it. You can see we're slacking. I'm slacking.
yeah,
Yeah. No. I mean, to me, well, Jar, we talk about it all the time.
Mhm.
Why would you want X token or X coin or whatever it is? And it's always at some point coming up the idea of utility.
Yeah,
And here, for example, you talk about what we're going to be talking about on Monday with how do you bring people into the space. Well, if you can get them to understand that this coin that you can own and stake and earn more coins on will give you access to an AI, because if you're already using I mean, yeah, I right now these platforms have whatever it is, $20 a month, whatever it is, but eventually that's going up, if you're, and especially if you're to believe the article we talked about today, right?
yeah.
I mean, come on now. Why not do this? This to me is the utility, and in my opinion, one of the ways to bring people into crypto. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. All-time highs was at $20. It just keeps going up. There's proper fundamentals here. It's a great project. It's no longer the surface. We used to talk about tokens before, but a lot of it was surface level
Yep.
information driven by hype and really nothing else. It's just a nice flashy toy. But this one actually, you're using it all the time. And like you said, you're leaning on AI more than anything else right now. And I'm starting to
Seriously.
go in that direction as well. I'm working with some hardware right now and I'm playing around with it, but it's going to be the future of it. Everything will be interconnected the same way the internet had first developed and came out. Now you can't survive without using the internet. I think that's going to be very similar when you throw in robotics and AI.
Oh God, yeah. God,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, it's, I don't care even if you're to 100% believe that article from Microsoft.
Mhm.
Oh, it's just too expensive. We're gonna bring our engineers back. Okay,
Yeah.
great. But it ain't gonna stay that way. Even if that's the stopgap right now, it isn't gonna stay that way. AI is going to be implemented in so many things beyond what it is as we speak. And again, think about the quantum end of things, adding AI into that. And wait,
Jeez. Yeah.
there it
It's going to
is.
go over my head. It already is over my head. Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know. To me, VVV token, DM token make complete sense, especially if you are someone who utilizes Venice AI as your AI platform.
Yeah. Maybe they can amend
Hey, Johnny December in the house. You got here just in time for us to wrap up the stream, but we
that.
appreciate you being here.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Jar, anything else you want to throw out? I know you said you're going to skip your stream tomorrow. Anything
Yep.
else?
No, nothing to announce right now, except I'm going to be on Huddle the Line on Monday. That's just going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, and I'm going to try to include as much deep into that talk as possible. Uh, it's an area of crypto that I believe in. I think it can, uh, everyone can use it, and I think it's going to be a just nice way to contribute and earn at the same time. And I think that's going to be one of the anchoring points that I'll be making on Huddle Line on Monday. Is it 7 p.m.?
7 p.m. Eastern
7 p.m.
time.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. And CCM, what do you got going on this week?
Well, let's see. It's pretty simple this week. This week I got Friday night as usual, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Crypto on the rocks. Stop by, bring your alcoholic beverage, whichever
And your
one
tinfoil
suits
hat.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your tinfoil. Yeah, sometimes we get down those rabbit holes, and
Yeah.
we're a lot more liberal with the language than we are here. But I appreciate everybody checking on in for that. And then, like Jar said, Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, hot of the line. Jar will be our guest. And then the following Monday, we've already got Crypto Billy queued up for the same topic. So we're going to just keep this party going. We're
Nice.
trying to get some good information about this topic. So
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's it from my side. How about you?
no, that's
Good.
it. Just
All
that.
right.
No, that's it. So I guess we'll head out of there. Wait, what's this? I feel like there are pyramid schemes issue with DPIN.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. There is definitely some schemes that's going on there, and that's just yeah, you're basically just taking advantage of new entrants into the market. Not happy about that. I've seen that play out, even though it's not always as visible at first. It's definitely there.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I just think that sometimes these DPIN projects, like you were saying earlier, where they're relying on, help me, sales of the devices and that kind of thing to help bolster. Some of these devices, in my opinion, I'm sorry, they shouldn't be that expensive. You're
no,
trying to promote your project. Like, why would you make it cost ineffective for people?
yeah,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah.
that's me.
Like she's basically pointing that it's Ponzi style. It is. It's just another way. It's an elaborate way of getting people to buy into it. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are getting something. It's basically a piece of hardware, but it's a overpriced piece of hardware in a
facts.
lot of the cases. Yeah.
Yep, yep, facts. All right, folks, that's it. We're out. We'll see you next Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And thanks for being here. Don't forget, smack that like on the way out the
Smash
door.
the like. Thank you for coming by,
Okay.
everyone. See you
All
next
right.
Tuesday.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye bye.